What's up, internet? My name is Mike at Clarington Kia, and behind us we have a 2017 Hyundai Tucson 1.6 liter turbo engine SE model, leather sunroof. It is so well equipped, and check out that color. Let's go take a look. All right, so today we're going to take a tour of this 2017 Hyundai Tucson 1.6 liter SE. This is an all-wheel drive model, one owner, no accident history, CarFax verified. We've even got over 20 service records for this Tucson, so you know that the previous owner took care of this vehicle, and now it is ready for you to take home for you and your family. So we're going to do an exterior and interior tour, talk about the condition as well as the great features on this Tucson. And like I've mentioned twice already, but for the last time, this does have the 1.6 liter turbocharged engine underneath the hood, not the 2.4. The 1.6 will give you a little bit more horsepower, better fuel economy, and it never fails that when I'm doing this, somebody wants to sneak by. Come on through, sir. Not a problem. We'll just wait for you. Not a big deal. That's the problem when you work in the parking lot at a busy store. Nonetheless, let's continue our tour on the front end. And you're wondering, hey, so why didn't you just stop the video and then edit it? Well, because these videos are always uncut, so that way you know I'm not hiding anything. We're going to show you everything as I see it, so that way you know, hey, we're honest up front, because sometimes that's not always the case in the car business. But anyway, I digress. Check it out. LED front headlights, and then we've got the beautiful LED daytime running lights, which kind of act like a driving light down below. Now, this front bumper is in nice condition, as you would expect. With 129,000 kilometers, there are a few little stone chips on the vehicle. That kind of is just gonna happen. There's one right there, for example. Just taking a look at the hood. The hood looks pretty clean. Yeah, it looks pretty clean on the hood too. But I mean, those kind of things do happen when you get 129,000 kilometers on a car. But overall, that front end looks really good. Now, taking a side profile shot here, you can see that it is a nice crossover look. It is a good size. It's not big, but it's definitely not small. It's not a subcompact SUV. It is that compact SUV, which is obviously a really hot market right now. Now take a look at these 19-inch alloy wheels. They've got a great design on this Tucson wheel. I gotta say that I love the polished aluminum with that nice dark gray kind of insert there. Looks really nice, makes it look really sporty. Now we've got LED turn signals in the mirrors. And then as we kind of make our way down the side of the vehicle, you can see the nice chrome door handles on there. And then as we get around to the back, there is a ding right there. I think you can kind of see it, right? So we need to put a little touch-up paint on that, but there's a small little ding there. And then it looks like, oh, that'll buff out, that's nothing. All right, so as we come around to the back, you can see those nice big tail lights there and a nice big reflector. And I say big because having those as large as they are is really great for rear impact safety. Those reflectors at night are obviously nice and bright, prevents people from ending up in the back of your trunk and stopping a little late. You can see the 1.6 liter turbo all-wheel drive badge there. We have that kind of dual polished aluminum exhaust tip. Now the back bumper, here's my back bumper inspection. It does show a little signs of wear, right? There's a little bit of scarring there, we're gonna call it, some character if you will, but that is the worst of it it's gonna be here on this Tucson. Other than that, the car is in really nice shape. Oh, of course I forgot to unlock it. Let's go do that so I can show you the trunk. Little sneak peek at the inside, why not? Take a look. Ooh. Right, we'll get to there in a second. All right, so let's open up the trunk, give you a look at what we're working here with cargo space. Lots of room in the Tucson. As you can see, those rear seats, they do fold down 60-40 one side or both sides or the other side, whatever you'd like. Nice carpeted mats, they're still in really nice shape. And then underneath, we've got our spare tire, which you could also use for a little bit of storage if you'd like. And a little 12-volt outlet back here too. All right, let's continue on. Head around to the passenger side, where again, it's in really nice shape. And what do you think of the color? Color is really nice. It's that red wine color, Merlot if you want to call it that. I don't know. What's your poison? Pinot, whatever you like. But it's in really nice shape. Again, the back is probably the worst part of the vehicle, and that's not too bad back there. So let's take a look at what the rear passengers are treated to first. Maybe you've got some kids or some grandkids that are going back here, and you can see that they are reclining rear seats. This side here is reclined back just a little bit farther than the other side. We've also got a center armrest here that folds down with cup holders. But more importantly, have a look up and look at how far back this beautiful big panoramic roof goes. And why that's important is because that gives you a really nice airy feel in the back, keeps things much less claustrophobic, and just gives people a sense that there's even more room back here than there is with that nice panoramic sunroof. Now, speaking of comfort for rear passengers, the rear passengers have heated seats, so a 2-stage heated seat for that side and that side. The middle seat, unfortunately, if you're sitting jump seat, you're kind of, you know, freezing your butt off, but the outboard seats here are heated as well, which is great. Keeps everybody nice and toasty, and obviously happy kids, happy parents. Now up front, we've got that nice big roof that obviously will slide back that front panel there to give you a nice open air feel. And then these seats are in fantastic shape. You saw the rear seats, now you're seeing the front. I mean, they're in amazing condition. No rips, tears, stains, or burns on these seats. And taking a whiff, definitely a non-smoker vehicle. It smells really nice here. We've got a power driver seat on the SE model as well, which is super important. The power driver seat, just the increments of adjustment are so minor that you can get that seat really, really, really comfortable. Let's hop in here and we'll start by turning down the tunes. All right, there we go. Over here on the left side, on your driver's knee side, we have the blind spot warning. We can turn that on or off, and that's located right there. You can see on the tip of the side view mirror. That will light up amber when there's a car in your blind spot, just to let you know, hey, don't make that lane change. We also have rear cross traffic alert. And the way that that works is when you put the car in reverse, obviously we have this nice rear view camera there. And then as you're backing up, if we're concentrating here, right, let's say that there's a car or kids or something coming from that side or the other side of the vehicle. Hey, that could be a good hitchhiker, right? Coming from either side of the vehicle as you're backing up, the rear view camera will light up orange and give you an audible alert to let you know, hey, you got to stop focusing here. There's something coming from either side of the vehicle. And that is a really great safety feature to have, especially when you're backing out of the driveway with kids and bikes and all that kind of stuff. And parking lots too. How often do you go to back out of like the mall parking lot or somewhere and there is cars coming you can't see because it's just ram-packed? Well, that's another great feature and reason why you want that safety feature is called rear cross traffic alert. Now we've got our volume control and Bluetooth controls on the steering wheel. We also have our cruise controls on this side, and then this button here operates our driver information display. You can see 129,554 kilometers. When I use the arrow buttons, it just kind of scrolls through a couple of the trip readings, push the menu button, goes to radio, goes to our service intervals, goes to our driving assist and a couple of settings for the vehicle, and then back out to that there. Now, speaking of service intervals, before we get to the rest of the car, let's take a look, because you can see here, we are doing $1,860 worth of work to the vehicle. We're replacing the engine air filter, cabin air filter, all 3 wipers, replacing the rear rotors. We're doing a service parking shoe replacement, so the emergency brake, parking brake, if you will. A front brake service, 4 brand new tires on those beautiful 19-inch wheels, and then of course an alignment after we do the tires. But $1,860 worth of reconditioning work, so that way when you take home your Tucson, the first time, the second time, the third time you come in for service, it's just an oil change. Easy. No additional maintenance is going to be required, and we do that as part of the reconditioning, not the safety work, but the reconditioning. Very, very, very big difference, and that's what you get when you buy your vehicle from Clarington Kia. Now, as we already saw a sneak peek, we do have this nice color touchscreen up front. We have AM, FM, and I believe satellite radio. Let's take a look. Yeah, of course, satellite radio. What are we talking about? By subscription, of course. Let's see if there's still an active one. Nah, too bad. Sometimes you get a couple more months when the previous owner's still paying for it. But yeah, Sirius satellite radio, Bluetooth audio streaming. It's a nice 6-speaker audio system in the Tucson. Sounds great. And of course, with Bluetooth, you can listen to your digital music on the go. And then the driver and passenger on the front are treated to a dual zone climate control. So you can have a driver side and passenger side different temperatures, automatically adjusted just like the thermostat in the house. We also have heated steering wheel, I pointed to the seats. Heated seats, driver and passenger, and heated steering wheel. So that's all 4 seats in the Tucson are heated, plus the nice heated steering wheel gets their mitts nice and warm on those cold winter days. And that's really, really nice to have. We've got a couple 12-volt ports, a USB and auxiliary, lots of junk containers down here, a leather wrap shifter, cup holders, and then we have our all-wheel drive lock. So if you want to lock your all-wheel drive, maybe it's a really, really bad winter day, you can go ahead and do that. We have downhill descent control. That's more for like BC and Alberta and the mountainous kind of regions. And then drive mode. Drive mode up front here, I'll show you what that does. We've got the little eco button there on the left, sport mode or regular. Obviously being a 1.6 liter turbo sport mode, you're gonna get all 182 horsepower, I think. That's gonna be super fun to drive, but eco mode, you put it in eco mode, it's gonna reduce your throttle input, your air conditioning, and try to make this as fuel efficient as possible. Now, last but not least, before you go anywhere, before you decide to buy this Tucson, this is what you need to ask for. This is the CarFax for this Tucson. You can see the badges here, 1 owner, no accidents reported, 1 glass record, so they replaced the windshield. That kind of happens sometimes, right? But take a look here. We have 21 service records for the vehicle. Let's skim through that really quickly. You can obviously look at this in much more detail, but we have service records starting at 7,000 kilometers all the way. Look at that. All the way. Every service that needed to be done was done on the vehicle, all the way up to 128,588 kilometers. So full service history on the Tucson. That is good as gold, as well as a 1 owner clean CarFax, plus all that service history, and we're still doing $1,800 worth of work to the vehicle. And you're gonna ask yourself, well, if it was maintained, why do we have to do so much work to sell it back to you? And that's because we do full reconditioning, not just the minimum safety standards here at Clarington Kia. And that's super important to know. That means that you have new tires, almost new brakes, like the car is up to spec. So that way your maintenance is just easy maintenance. There's nothing worse than buying a new used vehicle. You bring it in for the first service and like, oh, you're gonna need brakes, your cabin air filter's dirty, your engine air filter's dirty, all these other things. You're like, but I just bought the car. Well, that won't happen here at Clarington Kia. So folks, if you wanna buy this Tucson or any of the other great cars that we have on our lot, claringtonkia.ca. You can buy the car entirely online if you like, or you can visit us here at our showroom right here in Bowmanville. Easy place to get to. It's right off of Bowmanville Avenue on the 401. Greater Toronto area, Kingston, Niagara Falls, Barrie, wherever you're shopping from, start online. If you want to come here and visit us in person, you can, or continue online and purchase the vehicle. Whatever you like, it's your experience, your way, right here from your friends at Clarington Kia. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to whoever picks up this Tucson. You're going to love this vehicle, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.